Good morning, everyone. And as you can see, I have a mic, so hopefully this wind is not like hindering the volume or anything along those lines. So I am recording with the new DJI Osmo Pocket 3 vlogging camera. It is Monday the 20, what's today's date? Yes, Monday the 29th. So it is, in other words, day 4 with no furniture, and my neck is killing me. I woke up at 3:30 a.m. this morning because my neck was hurting so bad. So I woke up at 3:30, got some Advil, ate some Cheez-Its because that's the only snack that I had. So I need to go buy some. And then tried to go back to sleep. It took me a while because I wanted to wake up at 6, but once I was up at 3:30, I knew that wasn't gonna happen. So it's 9 a.m. right now and I'm still out. I'm on a walk because, well, I wanted to walk. Instead of going to the gym, I just said I can just go outside and walk. Like, look at this, it's so nice. So that is what I am doing, and I'm gonna get breakfast too. I need to put my purse over my entire body. I'm gonna go get breakfast as well. I'm probably gonna walk to Starbucks. It's actually in the opposite direction, so I'm gonna turn around in a second. But I'm gonna probably get a Starbucks drink, but then actually stop somewhere else to get breakfast because I love the double smoked bacon, egg, and cheese from Starbucks, but I want something like more fulfilling. So I'm gonna stop at a restaurant or something to get breakfast. But this is such a nice morning walk and no one is out here. It's Monday at 9, so everyone's at work. I also have work today, but of course I'm working from home and it's 8 a.m. over in Central Time. So technically I don't have to start yet and I don't have anything due either way until Friday. So yeah, but anyway, I reached the end of this side of the boardwalk. So now I'm gonna turn around and begin my walk to Starbucks. Yeah, I'm, like I said, really hoping my furniture comes soon, but either way, I think today I'm gonna have to go buy another pillow. I have one pillow, but it's just not doing the job. So that's where we are. That's what's going on today. I'm gonna record some TikTok videos later. I have a couple of meetings with a couple of clients later, and then I don't know what else I'm gonna do. So I will keep you updated. You guys wanna know something crazy? So it's not crazy, but I'm walking by this restaurant that when I was a summer associate at my firm back in 2021, one of the other associates there took us here for dinner. And this is the restaurant right here. It's called Bammy's. They're closed, obviously. It's like a dinner restaurant. I don't know if you can see it, but this is the restaurant right here. Crazy. So yeah, more fun stuff. Passing by more restaurants. None of them are open. Right by the water with all the boats and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that, okay? Yesterday, when I went to record some TikToks on my iPhone, why is my balcony door open? What in the world? I thought I closed this. That's crazy. Probably letting all types of bugs in here. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so sorry. Yesterday when I went to record on my iPhone, so I have 2 tripods, right? And I'll show you them. I got 2 tripods. One is what I use on my camera, and the other one is what I use for my phone. So I need to use this tripod to put this down because I need to use my 2 hands. So let's see here. I was going to put my phone in the tripod only to find out my tripod was broken. So my nephew was here and he was using it with his little phone and I guess he broke it and I didn't know. So anyway, so yesterday I should put my mic on. I'll do that in a second. I had to order another tripod. So here it is. This is the UB size tripod. It was overnight delivery, so it came this morning at 8 a.m., which is exactly what I needed. This is my new phone. This is literally the same tripod I have for my camera. Wow, okay, didn't realize that I did that. But like I said, I plan to use this for my phone because I do prefer to have 2 different tripods for both of them. So I'm gonna put this on, which is obviously the phone connector thing. Okay, this is a little bit like it's tilted, like it's not straight. Like you see it's like tilting down. Okay, sorry. So let's see here. Yeah, like look at that. It's a little like, you see it's slanted, which is why I don't like this. I didn't realize this was the same one that I had already for my camera. Otherwise I wouldn't have gotten it, because that's why I don't use it for my camera, because this thing is slanted. Like it won't stay straight. Like that's annoying. Like look at that, come on. That's so annoying. I'm gonna have to find yet another tripod that can hold this properly. Okay, that's not too bad. Still a little slanted. Okay, guys, this is irritating me. I'll have to figure that out later. So the other thing, gosh. The other thing that I got was lights, because the bathroom lighting for this to be a luxury apartment is trash. So I got these lights to put up around my bathroom mirror, and I had them before and it worked fine. So I'm gonna take you guys while I go do this. And then hopefully I can figure out, like look at this. I'm in the bathroom. This is trash lighting. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like they have one little measly light there and one little measly light there, okay? So I'm gonna put you guys down. It's like while I'm trying to do this. So it's got the little sticky things. I don't break it. Maybe I should read these directions. Do I need scissors? I think I'm gonna need scissors. This is the dimmer thing. This is, all right, let me just face it this way while I figure this stuff out. Okay, so, of course. All right, so this, I believe, plugs into the actual turn on and off button, and it does dim, so it gets lighter and brighter. So this into here, this into here. Then let's plug it in, make sure that it works. Okay, so I plugged it in. It does work, okay? So do you see like literally what's gonna be a difference once I get this up around my thing? So I do need to go get some scissors, so I'm gonna go grab some. Okay, got the scissors and gonna get started putting this up. I think you guys can actually connect to my larger tripod, so I should probably try and do that. So that's what I'm gonna do in a second. I just need to make sure that something here is all correcto. Let me see if you can fit on my other tripod, because this mini tripod that comes with the gimbal is very small, and I think, why did I say gimbal? That comes with the, yes, it fits, wonderful. Okay, so now I've got you guys on my big tripod. So I can just put you down right here. I still have no furniture. So we're just going to go snipping away. Okay, I'm back. All right, so what I'm going to do is kind of get an idea of placement. First, I'm just gonna line it. Everything looks like it's gonna fit, so I'm going to go ahead and put everything all up there. Okay guys, I'm back and you can see it. I don't need to move the camera. So you see it's like all fully done. I'm wondering if I order a second one and put it on this second mirror. I might do it. I don't know. I mean, I only need one mirror, but you never know. Just better lighting altogether. I feel like it's going to be better. So now I'm going to plug it in and show you guys. So like, look at this. So much different. So if I move you guys here, look at the difference that we are talking about now. Like, I feel like I can see to do my makeup. I'm probably gonna go ahead and do the other one because, I mean, if I turn off the overlight, like you can still see, it's still pretty bright. But I'm probably gonna get another one and put it on this second mirror as well. Yeah, so that's nice. What I'm next going to do is actually I'm about to do my makeup. Maybe I'll record that. Maybe I'll put you guys on the camera and just do a little chit chat. Put you guys on the camera, put you guys on the sink, on the counter, and do a little chit chat while I'm doing my makeup. So, this is not terrible, like not terrible lighting, I feel like. I have to get used to like moving this camera around. And I think I can like dim it and brighten it. So yeah, so I'm dimming it right now, obviously, brightening it. I think I'm gonna keep it just like this. It's a little bright. It's a little bright. So maybe right there. No, right there. Okay, so I'm going to do my makeup. It's gonna take me a while to probably, no, it's not gonna take me a while. What time is it? It's 11:10. I'll have my makeup done by 12. That's gonna be the goal. So that's a long time. I'm probably only gonna take 30 minutes. I have some TikTok videos I need to film for my business account. I'll decide if I do my makeup on camera or not. Maybe I'll do a little bit, but I'm gonna at least kick things off by starting probably off camera. I don't really know. I'm about to wash my face though, so. Okay, so I've done my eyebrows and I put on like translucent powder because I have oily skin and that helps my makeup stay longer. But let me just like pull this up here, which is my makeup bag because I don't have my stuff. So everything is still kind of in bags, but I wanna talk a little bit about, you know, why I think a lot of women, young women, are struggling to see the kinds of progressions or like success or forward movement in their life that they really want to see. And I wonder if I should put my mic on. I'll go grab my mic. Okay, so I got my mic and I hope this is better. So I want to talk a little bit about why I think a lot of women are struggling to see the progression they want to see in their life or like moving forward, because on my TikTok and just like generally in life and like on all social media and women who I talk to on a daily basis, I see they're talking about things on like how they're trying to reach this next level, or they've been trying to get out of their current situation or trying to do something and they're just not seeing any progression in whatever area it is. So whether life, career, relationship, whatever. And I think a lot of that, you know, goes to the fact that when you are trying to do something different, right? Because you're trying to move forward, you're trying to hit a different level, then you can't keep doing what you've always done because you're just going to stay where you currently are, right? So when you're trying to hit this different level, you have to actually start doing something different. Continuing to do the same things that you've done in the past will not move you forward. And so what I mean by that is, right, a lot of people will talk about how, you know, I want to, for example, I remember this one girl who was actually commenting about it on TikTok, how she wants to live a different lifestyle. She wanted to change her environment, but she lived somewhere that didn't really allow her to do that, which to me was like, okay, so then you have to move out of that state. You can't stay in that state if what you're looking for, if that state doesn't have anything there for you, right? And so that's what I mean when I'm talking about, you know, living in the past, which is what I think most people are doing. They're defining what they do currently in their life by what they've experienced or done in the past. And if you continue to do that, then you're not going to move forward because what you've done is the reason why you are where you are, right? And same thing applies to like if your goal is to enter a different tax bracket, make more money. what you've done in the past is the reason why you are where you are. And so you can't keep doing that. You have to do something different. So when you're thinking about, okay, I do have to do something different, but I don't know what that is, that's when you actually have to start asking yourself, or you have to have the ability to use foresight, right? You have to have the ability to think ahead and imagine like what that next level person of yourself looks like and what that next level version of yourself would be doing. And then you have to create the steps to get there, right? So you actually have to start doing something new. So I'll give you a concrete example, right? If the next level version of yourself works for herself, is someone who doesn't have to work, or at least gets to work when she wants, works from home, whatever it is, right? If that's what this future vision is like for you, then ask yourself, okay, what am I doing now? And how do I transition from what I am and where I am now to this person who does that, right? Do I want to start a business? Do I want to go into a different role in a different company? Do I want to, I don't know, work for myself in some other capacity? Once you've defined that, and let's just say you want to start your own business, once you've defined that, then you have to say, okay, how do I get to this freedom so that I can how do I start my own business, or what do I need to do? What are the steps to do that, right? So then of course you walk through the steps of starting your own business and what that looks like. But maybe your full-time job doesn't give you the freedom you need to start your own business. So then a step to even before that would be finding a different full-time job. So I talked about this before, but when I was ready to apply to law school, I had wanted to go to Mardi Gras. And this is like not as serious an example, but it still relates, and I'll explain it, and I'll explain why at the end. But I had wanted to go to Mardi Gras, and my full-time job, I wasn't making enough to, I don't want to blend this out yet, to go to Mardi Gras. So I said, okay, how can I get myself to Mardi Gras? My full-time job, I don't make enough with my spare money to go, so I have to get a second job. So what did I do? I got a second job at Steak and Shake as a server, as a waitress. And I waitressed Thursday, Friday, Saturday, for the most part. I don't think I really did Sundays, from 6 p.m. to like 2 a.m., Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And just doing those 3 days, I was making around 500 to 900 in those 3 days in tips, right? 500 to 900 in tips. But what that waitressing job did is it allowed me to fund my Mardi Gras trip. But that's just a small example of what I'm talking about. So maybe if your goal in the future is financial freedom, or if your goal in the future is start my own business, then do you need to do something like that, right? Do you need to go get a second job? Do you need to go do a side hustle so that you can have extra money to invest, to give yourself financial freedom, or have extra money to start your side hustle, to start your business, so that you don't have to rely on your full-time job long-term? That's what I mean with having the ability, or having the I don't want to say gift, even though I do think it is a gift, but I also think that you can develop it, is the ability to foresight, right? To think ahead. Because if I didn't have that ability to think ahead, then I would never have said like, okay, 3 months in advance, let me get this job at Steak and Shake in January, even though I'm not set to go to Mardi Gras until April, right? And so you have to have that ability to think ahead, which requires planning. And I think that's where a lot of people fail. They're like, I'm not moving forward, nothing is happening. But you haven't taken the steps you need to take to actually put you towards achieving that goal, right? So for instance, if your goal, let's use a different one. If your goal is to move out of your city or move out of your state, but the state you want to move to is more expensive, it's a higher cost of living than the one you're currently in, and so you need to have a better paying job, you need to have the foresight to develop a skill in order to get a better paying job in this new city. So maybe right now you're taking online courses. Maybe, I can tell you, one of my clients in my business, my law school coaching business, she's actually like a product manager at a tech company. And her major was political science. Like her major was political science, but she's a project manager at a tech company. And when she was telling me how that happened, it's because she lost her job and then learned a new skill. She took some courses on like tech, on like building websites, on like all that stuff. She took some courses, and then from getting those certifications and taking those courses, she was then able to land a job in a tech company, right? And now that job is paying her significantly more than the one that she had when she got laid off from. So that's what I mean, right? Do you need to learn a new skill? And there's so many skills for you to learn. That's just an example. You can learn marketing, learn how to market, and you can start, and I mean, let me say this. Some of these things are going to require an investment from you. That means if you need to learn a skill, maybe you're going to have to pay to learn that skill, pay to learn a course. But maybe it's not necessarily investments in money, but maybe it's investments in time. So maybe you take a job as a marketing intern to learn the ins and outs of marketing, right? Because I know at least for my company, I would definitely hire an intern or someone on a like kind of reduced pay basis in order for you to learn the marketing that I do within my company, right? And so different things like that. But then you have the skill to then put on your resume and go actually apply in this new higher paying job. And that's just one example. What video editing? You can become adept at video editing and get a job as a video editor for some of these big companies. Same thing with like digital marketing, same thing with social media marketing, social media management, right? Especially because the older generations, they're not really into that social media marketing or as adept at it, and you can learn it and then go get the job there, right? And so that's what I mean when I'm talking about the ability to have foresight so that you can create these plans so that you can reach your goals. Because once again, that's the biggest, I think, mishap that I'm seeing when I'm talking to these individuals or when these people are telling me is when I ask them like, oh, what you've done, and their answer is usually, they haven't done much, or they don't have the skills, or they don't have the degree. Like in this day and age, you can learn whatever you need to learn, unless it's a profession like lawyer, doctor, engineer, whatever. For most of the other ones, that doesn't have to be your degree for you to go and learn the skills you need to learn to do it successfully, right? And so once you've done that, then you're also going to need to develop the ability to recognize opportunities as they come, because that's another thing that I noticed a lot of people miss out on, which I think kind of also folds into foresight, because that's a little bit too much. Kind of also folds into foresight, right? Because sometimes we don't recognize a good opportunity when it's right in front of us. And so we either miss out on the opportunity, or it passes us by, or you decline it, right? Because you don't recognize that it's a good opportunity. And the reason you don't recognize it's a good opportunity is because you don't have the information you need to know, or because you lack the foresight to know that this is an opportunity that I need to take, right? And so that's the other thing. You need to start writing down your vision and making it plain, because you need to be able to recognize opportunities as they come. And I just remember I was reading this book, and it talked about how it was I don't know if it was a book or if it was a podcast or whatever, but I just remember she was talking about how she did this one particular free speech. No, it was a YouTube video actually, and it wasn't a free speech. It was like she took a job as an intern somewhere with this marketer or with this person that she really admired her work. And it wasn't free. It wasn't paid. So something's in my eye. Okay, sorry. So it wasn't paid. She took it for free. And actually, it actually cost her money, because she had to spend money to get on a flight, to fly to New York, which is where this event was, to book her own hotel stay. And what she was doing, I think, was she was actually doing like event planning for this person who she really admired. Now, of course, this was definitely a risk that she was taking, but ultimately it paid off, because the lady she did it for offered her like a free ticket essentially to attend the actual event. Oh, she was acting as her assistant for the event. That's what she was doing. But then the lady she was helping offered her the opportunity to attend the event, not as her assistant, but actually as a guest. And she did. And then guess what? While she was at that event, she was able to make connections with other people in that room and make and get her first clients, her first major clients for her own event. I think it's event planning. I'm not really entirely sure what her business is anymore, but whatever her business was, she was able to get some major clients for her business, which she was just getting off the ground, right? So that thing that she invested in and actually had to pay to attend turned out to be a huge opportunity for the launching of her business thereafter, right? Imagine if she hadn't taken that opportunity when it was presented to her. She would have probably missed out on those clients, those relationships, because she talked about in that video how a lot of her clients actually come from word of mouth. And she has, I think it's honestly, I want to say it's like $1 million business. I could be wrong, but it's a business that makes a lot of money for sure. And so I give you that example because I was watching it on YouTube, and it's kind of just perfectly explains what I'm talking about here. The ability to recognize opportunities as they come, so you know, like, is this an opportunity that I need to invest in? And the only way to know that is to have a clear picture of what your future looks like, right? So if you've got that clear picture, then you're going to be able to see, does this opportunity align with what I see my future looking like? And I can give you another example, a concrete example from my own career, right? So in my business, I do law school coaching. I help law school students and law school applicants. So I was offered an opportunity to share about the 1L job search with a T14 law school and come and do a presentation. And the organization that wanted me to do it within the school, within the T14 law school, couldn't afford to pay my fee, my normal like speaker fee that I charge for these types of events for the amount of students that were going to be present. But I reduced my fee to what they could afford to pay because I recognized that this was going to be an opportunity for me in the future, because I also wanted to build a relationship with this organization because I knew that the organization was going to be big, and in the future there would be, again, other opportunities, and there would possibly, but maybe not, but if not, I'm fine with that, opportunities for them to pay my fee in the future. But either way, I recognized it as an opportunity to build. This is like not doing what I want it to do. Either way, I recognized it as an opportunity to build this relationship with this organization. And so I took a reduced fee because I knew what my end goal was, and I had that end goal in mind. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go out here to the natural light and see what my makeup looks like before I put some powder on. I'm still moving. It's actually so hard to tell. I should have grabbed my phone and look at it on my phone. That's what I'm going to do. So let's see. Sorry, I'm like doing this aside from my discussion, but let's see. So I'm looking at my phone and I think it looks all right. Could use a little more concealer, a little more blending. Okay, so that's the only thing with this lighting in here is it's a little bit difficult to tell what it's actually looking like. But anyway, so like I was saying, I think once you develop that ability to use foresight, then you'll have the ability to not miss opportunities as they come and actually recognize and start to see that improvement that you're looking for in your life and career. The other thing that I think is absolutely necessary is for you to write these things down, right? So don't just keep it in your head, whatever it is you're looking to do, because keeping it in your head is not going to be the best avenue for really seeing the level of improvement that you want to see. I think when you have it written down and you can constantly refer to it day, night, like just whenever, then your brain is going to become accustomed to seeing this vision of your future, essentially. And your brain is going to find a way to make that a reality for you. Like for me, I write it down usually in my Google Docs and sometimes in my notes, but just wherever I can go to and access it whenever I need it. And I'm just constantly looking at it. And I think that's another reason why I was able to relatively quickly hit my numbers with my business, because when I'm constantly looking at this, I'm constantly thinking of new ideas, but I'm also keeping track of the data. And that's the other thing as well. is keeping track of data, or keeping track of, you know, what's happening, like what's the result of an action that you took, so you know if it worked. And especially when it comes to like business and things along those lines, the data is very important, because it gives you insight as to what you need to be doing next, what's worked, what doesn't work. And so then you can keep track of your progression as you're moving forward in your, you know, in your life and career. So if you're finding that you're having trouble seeing a progression, or if you're finding that you're stuck, then that's essentially, I'm going to sum this up. What I encourage you to do is, number one, write down what this future version of yourself looks like. And number two, stop doing what you were doing and start doing something else. Because if what you were doing worked, then you wouldn't be where you are right now. You would already be who you're trying to be, or at least on your way to getting there, right? The third thing is to take the new steps that will get you towards this new vision of yourself that you've written down on the piece of paper. After you do that, is to use foresight. Use foresight to see, so that you can recognize opportunities when they're presented to you, and not let them pass you by, especially if it's opportunities that moves you towards this final vision of what you're imagining for yourself, right? And then I think most importantly is just giving yourself an opportunity to see the improvement. Like, I think in this kind of like social media culture, we see things online and we think that everyone is so much further than we are, or like just moving quicker in their own lives, or whatever it may be. And although like social media I think social media at times doesn't necessarily represent the whole picture, but even if it did, and even if that was true, you're running your own race, and what's meant for you will be for you. So you have to recognize that these things take time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So you want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time to actually see the results of the effort that you are putting in. So only then can you actually give yourself an accurate picture as to, you know, what's going on, and if what you're doing is working. And if you're taking these steps and then you actually start making these changes, then I think you will start to see some improvement. So I'm gonna come back once my makeup is done. I mean, it's pretty much done. The only thing I need to do is add my powder blush and then mascara, but I am gonna quickly do my hair, so I'll come back afterwards. So we are officially finished. I ended up talking to my boyfriend for like an hour or 45 minutes, so I'm coming back a little bit later. Now I'm just gonna go record some videos, and then I need to have some meetings. So my meetings are gonna carry me through, I think, 8 p.m. So that's gonna be it for this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this type of content. Let me know what other types of content you would like to see down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on social media at Sephora Gray Esquire, that is ESQ for short, and my law school coaching business, Topping the Curve, on all social media. I will see you guys on my next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.